is just my life.
This
I'm
is
still
real life.
documenting it. It doesn't need to be perfect.
That's actually a business that really gives back to our community for sure.
I think it's so important that we try our best to support these locally owned and ran businesses.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marius Mokan, your Florida realtor here at Discover Sarasota, Florida. This is the podcast where we bring you the best in the area. And today with us in the studio, we have a special guest. This is Tanya Toucher with Tanya in Sarasota. Tanya is an awesome local food expert guide here who has an amazing Instagram page featuring the best places to grab a bite here in Sarasota, Florida. Tanya, please introduce yourself a little bit. Give us a little bit of a background on you and how you got started in this.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. It's so cool. This is my first ever podcast at a podcast studio. So thank you for inviting me.
Welcome to Sunbiz Studios.
This is amazing. I walked in and it just looked so legit. So I'm excited to do this. So
you are always welcome to come back here.
I have an Instagram page. I am here local. I go to different restaurants, even to events. Like I just went to a circus and did a whole review on that experience. And I'm originally from Huntington Beach, California, Orange County, California, which is about 30 minutes south of Los Angeles. And I love it there. That is my hometown. That's where I'm from. Never in a million years did I think that I would end up being in Florida, but here I am, and I'm loving it. I think it's
amazing.
Like you live in a vacation place.
Right. Like it's like you're living this vacation on repeat every day, right? Like you're driving through and you're seeing the sunshine, the palm trees, the beaches. It's just amazing, right? So I have a very similar story to Tanya where I moved here with my family in April of 2021 from Portland, Oregon. So, you know, we both made that 3,000 mile move and you're loving it, yeah?
I am loving it. Yeah. I do miss the weather in California. In Southern California, we have like 70, 75 degree weather most of the year, no humidity. So I do have to say I miss that.
You know what's funny? I did go back to the San Diego area and it was like springtime. And I have this thing where I really like the humidity now. And like I feel like it's really highly improved my skin and my hair. And I really felt like that dry, my skin got dry and my sinuses got dried out. It's kind of weird because like, I remember in Portland, I would always have Burt's Bees in my pocket and every single jacket pocket, which we don't know what a jacket is here, but you know, basically I remember having that like PTSD again. I'm like dried out, you know, took a little while to get back here and kind of like, it just went back to like, normal again here.
So now you're loving the humidity.
I got it acclimated really, absolutely.
Hopefully that happens to me.
You haven't gotten acclimated to the humidity yet?
But I do love, like right now we're in December. The weather is just incredible.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And back home it's raining. There's like some cold days. So I like our weather. It's nice.
Right. Well, I'm coming from Portland where it's like 9 months of you don't see the sky. It's raining, cold, chilled to the bone. So I'll take this over that for sure.
This is just such a beautiful place though. I love going to like Siesta Beach is amazing. I love Lido. We have so many beautiful beaches. It's like I go into the water and I look at Sarasota from the water. You know, you can like go out to the, what are they called? Where you can go far out into the water.
Sandbars.
Yes. Like you go to the sandbar and you look at the land and you're like, gosh, do I really live here? This is beautiful.
Looks like a movie, right? Yeah. It's so crazy. And like, do you guys do any boating at all or anything like that?
I went on a boat for my son's 16th birthday and it was incredible. It was just fantastic. Gorgeous.
I can take you guys out on a boat. I have a membership here and I like to go out to the sandbars. You could literally be like in the Gulf and there's nobody around you and you're just on the sandbar up to your waist or even up to your knees. And it's just like, I'm on my own little private island. And I just can't, I never imagined a million years that would exist in the US, you know?
Yes.
So these are some of the things that we like to do with our families, is obviously the beaches and everything else. And what's crazy is that you can access, these are the best beaches in the US, rated top beaches
#1
and you access them for free anytime. Free parking. Usually you can find parking pretty easily unless you're in season, which we're about to get into that high traffic.
I know people say Siesta Beach is like more touristy and it's crowded, but that's my favorite beach. It's just,
Yeah.
I love that powdery sand. There's
Hmm.
nothing like it. It's just incredible.
Did you go to that Crystal Castle
No,
sand sculpting event? Oh my
no.
gosh, it was pretty crazy. They bring sand sculptors from all over the world come here, and they do like a competition where they build sand castles and sculptures. It's pretty cool.
That sounds amazing.
Catch it next year. It's every November.
Oh, nice. At Siesta Beach?
Siesta Beach.
Oh, awesome.
Yep. So there's that. It's incredible because all these sculptures look like they're made out of like marble almost, because they're just white, pure white, like that sand you're talking about. And that what's nice about that, it's like a quartz that has been broken down over like thousands of years, and it stays cold to the touch because it doesn't take in the heat in the summertime. So that's kind of like where you get that. It's like incredible that the sun can beat on it all day, but it's cool to the touch.
That's awesome. It's like the sand at Siesta Beach where you walk on it and it's not hot.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That
Mhm.
quartz, that's what that sand is made out of. It's pretty interesting that nature, that's real. It's like nature. It's not brought in here. And they say that they take that sand and take it to other places as well because it's so popular.
Oh, that's cool.
It's actually made like the top, I don't know, like top beaches in the world now
I
as of this year
I think Siesta Beach is rated #1
in the
multiple
US.
times throughout. Oh, are you talking about in the world?
In the world
Oh,
now.
wow. That's insane.
Now it's like made it on the map for one of the world's top
Oh,
beaches.
wow. Okay.
Yep.
Look how blessed we are.
Look how blessed we are. Yeah, so obviously you have this incredible Instagram following and this great page. Tell us how you got started with that, and how did you decide to like move here and start this whole experience?
First of all, I always have to do this. I have
Yeah.
to give a shout out to all the people that follow me on Instagram.
Yes.
I did start to have a TikTok following recently. My TikTok videos are starting to really grow now, but mostly Instagram. I have to always give a shout out because this community in Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, like I have some people from Venice and Parrish. These are incredible people. The cool thing about my page is I started it when I moved here, and I started my page from zero. So I literally opened up a brand new Instagram. I had my personal Instagram account that I just used, but I started a brand new Instagram account and called it Tanya in Sarasota. And I kind of just started doing it for fun because I noticed there wasn't a lot of foodies and food reviews. So I'm like, I want to do that just for fun. And so I started doing it. And when I hit about 3,000 followers on Instagram, like I would go to Target and someone would come up to me and be like, oh my God, I follow you on Instagram. I didn't even have a large following. And people would come up to me and be like, hey, are you like, I'm sorry if it's not you, but are you Tanya? And I'm like, yeah, it's me. And they're like, oh my God, I follow you.
It's a small
And
town.
it is. And then now I'm at like 15K. And my husband always like, or even my kids, when we go places, most of the times, anywhere with a big population, someone will come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, I follow you on Instagram. It's so cool to see you in person. This community, such nice, amazing people.
Very supportive.
Supportive. That's what I was going to say too. So supportive. And it's interesting because as you live here longer and longer, you start to realize, like you said, it is a tight-knit community. Where I'm from in Southern California, there's millions of people. I mean, I was about, 20 miles from Los Angeles County. So there's, so many millions of people there. There wasn't that sense of community. So moving from there to here, it's definitely more my vibe. Like I'm a very, I would say, bubbly and kind, and like I love meeting people and talking to people, and I'm outgoing. So this is so my vibe of like, you see someone and you like show them support and like, oh hey, like how are you? So it's been incredible. I'm so thankful.
Have you noticed that like it's a lot easier to meet a lot of people here? You could know nobody and come into this town and just like fall into a community pretty easily. Whereas where I came from, it was very hard to kind of break in.
Um, I do have to say where I'm from, there's great people. You can create your own community, but there's just so many more people.
Yeah.
Here, I feel like you said, you move here and it's just so welcoming and supportive. And I think more and more people are moving here. So then you're getting more of a vibe of like, hey, I'm new here too, you know?
That's right. That's right. It's a lot of new people because it's very hard to find somebody that's been like a native, right? It's very hard. Everybody's from somewhere. And that kind of brings me to the whole thing. Like when I remember moving to Sarasota, and I remember that the food has gotten a bazillion times better now. Like I remember coming in here and I was like, man, there's hardly any places to find that are actually pretty good, right?
You moved here in
21.
Okay, I moved here 2022. So you are here 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Like about the same time.
Yeah.
But have you've noticed that there's been a lot of the food has really evolved. Like you could tell that a New York family will move down and they may have a nice, good, well-known restaurant up north, and then they'll kind of bring that concept down here, or somebody from Chicago or Boston or
so I'll
California.
take it one step further.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant, an Italian restaurant, a few miles from downtown Sarasota. I've been posting a lot about it. It's called My Mama, and they moved here from Italy.
Yeah.
So it's a husband and wife that are the owners. They had a restaurant in Italy, and they decided they wanted to move here because they had family here. So they sold their business there. They moved here and opened up an Italian restaurant here. They use Italian ingredients. Like they import truffle from Italy. So it's like you're saying, a lot of people are moving here. They're bringing the food here.
Right.
And you eat it and you're like, oh my gosh, this, like the Italian place, this is so authentic. It's like, yeah, because they literally moved here from Italy.
And fresh. They don't know how to buy things like from frozen. They got to make it all from fresh, right?
Yes.
So there's another restaurant that you should try out as well called La Mucca Ballerina.
I have been wanting to go there.
So La Mucca Ballerina is
in downtown Sarasota.
Yes, they're a couple. So I'm Romanian. She's from Romania and he's from Rome. So she had migrated from Romania to Rome like in the 90s, and they met there. And they have they actually have a restaurant in Rome at the moment, and they also have the Sarasota location. And oh my gosh, really good food. And you're literally sitting there, and their kids are like working the restaurant. You know, they're waiters and hostesses, and they're running around and they're yelling at each other in Romanian or in Italian. And they can switch between both. I've talked to their kids and, you know, their family. I've gotten to know their family as well. And it's such a cool vibe. And actually, their regular customers, some of them actually went to Rome, and they actually went to their restaurant over there in Rome. So it's kind of this cool story about
that's really cool
how they kind of like have that connection back home too.
That's amazing. So funny story about that place. I've been wanting to try them. One of the hurricanes that happened, it was really bad. I think it was one of the ones last year. And my husband's office is in downtown Sarasota. So we're like, let's go down there, make sure everything's okay. And so we were driving, and there was a giant sign that said free pizza. And I was like, let's stop, you know? And I walked up and it was them. Well, what's the name of the restaurant?
La Mucca Ballerina.
Yes.
So in Italian, that means the dancing cow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I saw their little cow logo too. And they were giving away free pizza during, you know, the next day after the hurricane. And I'm like, these people are really freaking cool.
Yeah, they're so nice. Yeah.
So the pizza was incredible, by the way.
Oh, so you've tried it. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, they do.
I tried the pizza. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, they make really good, authentic Italian pizzas, pastas, all sorts of really good dishes, though. More of the Roman, because, you know, Italy is such a big, it's a pretty good sized country, and their food is very regional. So theirs is very specific to Rome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as far as that goes, like, what brought you into this? Like, do you have any other businesses that kind of tie into this, or any other ventures, that any other aspirations you have, or are you just full-time running Tanya in Sarasota?
So Tanya in Sarasota is kind of like my passion project, even though now it has kind of turned into a business now. I've gotten paid partnerships with Panera Bread and other
Wow.
brands that are pretty well known.
Hmm.
So Fleming's, I was really excited about that one. I was like, wait, I get to get paid to go to Fleming's and eat for free? What?
Wow.
That was amazing. So I have made my Tanya and Sarasota page a business of mine technically. But I started that because I've been doing social media marketing for 10 years. In November, I actually just hit 10 years. And I started my own social media company in 2015. And I've been working with some businesses now for quite a few years, which has been just such a blessing. That's one reason why I decided, like, okay, I can move from California to Florida because,
You can do a
I
remote.
could work remote. And so I do still have my company, Influence PRX. We do social media management. I actually now, this is the first time I'm saying this publicly, but I want to establish like a local kind of branch of a social media management company. Because, like, for example, one of my clients right now is in Italy. It's an Italian hair color line. That's one of my social media clients. And so I'm like, I want to offer that to our local community. And now that my daughter is getting a little older and childcare is not, as difficult of a thing because she's getting a little older, I'm like, I think I don't really talk about it publicly. But I'm like, I think I want to offer that to, maybe some local businesses and just put that out there. So that's coming soon.
Right. How do you juggle all this? This is like news to me because you seem to be very active on your page.
Yeah.
And I'm doing real estate full time here. And we do the videos and we built this out so it's easier for us to come in, record and put out the content, but it's still hard to keep up with it when I'm running around. I could be up in Ocala, I could be up down really like down to like Naples. Like I'm all over the map when it comes to like helping people buy and sell real estate. Exactly. So it's like really hard to kind of like keep that going. So you're doing it while you're also servicing your clients as well.
Yes.
And you're a mom.
And I'm a mom. I have a 16-year-old, I have an 11-year-old, and I have a almost 2-year-old. And how do I keep it up? Honestly, I just love doing it so much. I really do.
It doesn't feel like a job.
I love it.
Right.
My Tanya and Sarasota page it brings me so much joy. If you follow me on there time to time, I'll do videos on my stories and be like, I just want to say thank you guys for following me here because my engagement rate is really high. Sometimes I reach like 1,000 story views, 2,000 story views, and I'm like, all these people are watching my stuff, and like I said, people will come up and say like, oh, I follow you. Like some people are like, thank you so much for what you do. I'm like, thank you that I get to go places and eat. And now I'm starting to get paid partnerships, which is incredible. And so I think that's just the thing is I just love it so much that I want to do it,
Right. Absolutely. And that's really your audience is what keeps you going.
Yeah.
Keeps the fire going.
Yeah. Except when I used to talk to nobody when I started my page, I remember I was like, it's fine. I'm just doing this for myself because like I like going places and making videos about it. But
that's also like an inspiration to everybody else. It's like, you just have to start. Mm-hmm. You just have to do it and, be consistent because, that's what gets you anywhere is consistency. It's not the one that is doing this really big cinematic, video. And then they kind of like drop off the face of the earth and then they come back out 3 months later. It's the people that constantly post and they're constantly putting it out there and eventually you build something.
And I think it's also about being really who you are.
Genuineness,
I think a gift I have, which sometimes isn't good, is I just like do things. And I've never been a person that cares what people think about me or my reels or, my voiceovers or whatever. I'm not a person that like overanalyzes or worries about that.
You don't fixate on how do I, like, why do I say that? Or why do I sound like that? Because that's the one thing about people is like, they'll come in here and be like, that's what I sound like. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't like that I say like every like, see, like, I don't like that, but that's probably the only thing where I'm like, You say like so many times. I'm from Southern California. That's how we talk. But in professional settings, I have to be professional. But yeah, I think that's what really helped me stay consistent and post a lot is because I don't care what, if here's the beauty about social media is sometimes content that you didn't try on does really well. So I'm like, just get it out.
You're 100% correct. There's no like perfect time or perfect circumstance or whatever because, you know, once you moved here and you started like you just hit the ground running with it. You didn't really ask for permission or what do I look like or whatever. You got like 3 kids with you and you're eating donuts,
Yeah.
I want to watch that because I've got kids, I got a family, and I moved here and I want to know what those donuts taste like,
Yes. Like I went into Jeff's Bagels in Lakewood Ranch that just
I saw
opened
that
up.
one. I saw that video.
And I went in with my daughter and she was running everywhere. She was pretty wild.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just my life.
This
I'm
is
still
real life.
documenting it. It doesn't need to be perfect.
And whose life is, it's like that's what it is, And
Sure.
you had that was it like that Dubai chocolate matcha?
Dubai chocolate
Oh,
matcha.
it looked like pretty good.
When I first drank it, I was like,
Yeah.
And then I kept drinking it
It grew
and I
on
was
you?
like, oh my gosh, this is so good. I think I was kind of unsure at first because it tastes really different, like matcha with Dubai chocolate.
Mhm.
I was kind of like, I don't know if I like this. And then I took a few more sips and I was like, so I do highly recommend that. It's super good.
So I wish I could remember the name of this place, but it's on St. Armand Circle over there. There's a gelato, little small gelato shop.
It's like Satini's or something.
Yeah, I think so. I just cannot remember. It's got an Italian name to it.
Yes.
But they have a Dubai chocolate gelato.
I think I had it.
It is so good.
Is it the place that makes the gelato in the
Yeah.
back and then you
Yes.
can watch them? That place is, if you go to St. Armand Circle,
Yeah.
guys, you have to go to that place. It's family owned. I think it's like second generation now. Like it was a family member owned it and then now another family member is running it. That place is really good.
I have to tell them just one scoop because I will eat it all and I'll have them do the espresso on top.
I love those. Those are good.
Oh my gosh.
It's like I don't know what it is.
Affogato?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. They put I tell them to do a double shot espresso on top and I'm like in heaven. I'll just walk around, watch my daughter run around and, whatever. And I'm just like loving it. Like I can eat a whole tub, but I won't.
I have to say, I love that we're talking about these small businesses, and I want to just kind of put it out there that I think it's so important here in Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, Venice. I know there's a lot of new stuff opening up in Parrish. I think it's so important that we try our best to support these locally owned and ran businesses, like the gelato spot in St. Armand Circle, the Italian spot I talked about, the Italian spot you talked about. It's so important because these are families that live locally amongst us that are pursuing their dreams. They're creating incredible food, some from, their hometown. And it's easy to go to places that might be in a more convenient place. Maybe it's closer to your house or something. But I really want to put out the message, like, even if it's a little inconvenient, go to the places that are locally owned and ran and give back to our local business owners. I feel very strongly about that. So I just want to put that out there to maybe inspire people to go, okay, I want to go to this, huge conglomerate restaurant that's all over the United States. But instead, I'm going to go to this locally owned place because I know I'm supporting local.
And if you want ideas on where to go, follow Tanya. She'll tell you exactly where to go.
Yes, I try to keep it local on my page for sure.
Right. And I mean, you seem to go out to some really amazing places. I mean, how often do you go out to eat on a weekly basis?
I was going a lot more, but now I go probably 2 or 3 times a week. The cool thing is now restaurants invite me, and some of them even like sponsor my meal, or I get paid partnerships. And you'll know because if you look in my caption, I'll put like hashtag ad or hashtag like sponsored or hashtag hosted.
And you're being transparent, like, okay, I'm being paid, or or the meal is sponsored. You're not just saying that because you're being paid. You're just
Yes.
exactly. Well, like it's very important to do that kind of collaboration because it brings them an audience that they would have never had. Like for example, my daughter goes to the Young Chefs Academy, and I know you did a sponsorship with them,
Oh my
with
gosh, the
Dennis.
owner, I love Dennis.
Dennis is a cool
What
guy.
a great guy.
He's from Chicago. He was a big corporate guy. He left a really high paying job because he wanted to teach kids how to cook.
I did not know that.
Oh, he's so humble. I've actually done a few video projects for him just to help him out because my daughter goes there. I got to know him and I was like, hey, if you ever need help with video, because I know he's been big on getting video out there, and he's juggling that whole business, running the business and everything else. So I'll step in and I'll help him out, with some video projects. And my daughter, like, because my daughter's homeschooled, so I need to get her out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got to get her out as much as possible. She does gymnastics, and then she goes and does every Saturday morning. We'll go to Young Chefs Academy, and it's so cool to see her in a group environment, cooking with other kids. And then we, as the parents, we come in and we try the food that they're cooking and stuff. It's really cool, and that's actually a business that really gives back to our community for sure. So I want to give them a little bit of a shout out as well because they've given my daughter a lot of, I feel like she's developed. She's only 6 years old, but if she's developed that, you could see that part of the brain being developed, where they're creative and they're working a group environment where, she doesn't get that at home. So
My son did a class there.
yeah.
And now we moved a little further away, so it's a little hard, but I want to get him back there because he had such a good time when he went there. He's been like, can I go back? I want to do it again. So I got to get him to go back. Maybe I'll go on a Saturday when your daughter's there.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, and they do like birthday parties and special events and stuff like that as well, which is cool.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so as you know, Sarasota is really a seasonal town, right? Like right now we're about to get into our busy season, but summer months are pretty hard on our small businesses. So I really see your service is really important for our local community. Like, do you ever get to hear their stories from some of these owners about, hard times within those slower periods of time?
I've gone to quite a few places multiple times. Like if I go to a restaurant and I love it, I'll go back because I want to try more menu items and the families, some of these places, the families are literally working there. Every time you go in, you see the owners or like you said, their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they will tell me like, especially in the summer, like you said, they'll say like, oh, it's been really slow. Like, it's been kind of tough. Like we're excited for, November, December to come around again. And a lot of times that's why I will share these places that I love. I'll share their content a lot because I want to try to get people to go there because I want these places to succeed and stick around. And I want to have the food that I love in our city and not have them say like, oh, this isn't working. Like one really good example was Captain Brian's Seafood. It's a restaurant and they also sell seafood. It's a market as well. So they sell seafood and all that stuff. But it's a restaurant with a full bar and everything. And they had a $15 Maine lobster special, which now it's $20, which is still such a great deal. I went in, it was $15. My son loved it there. Such a great family place. And when I went, I posted about it. I did a reel and some stories. And then when I went back a couple months later, the owner was like, after you posted about the deal, we had like 200 lobsters sold because of that deal. And he was like, I know it's because of your video, which the video went viral. I think it hit like 60,000 views or something. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I know it's because of your video because we never sell that much. Wow. And it was in the summer. It was during like a slower time of the year, which is why it was such a good deal. He was trying to get people in there. And so shout out if you like seafood, Captain Brian's. It's right next to Sarasota Airport, is incredible. And so that's just a really good example of like, support local, share to your story, tell your friends and your family, like, hey, I loved this place, go. You don't have to be like a foodie like me, you can even just do it on your Facebook or something and share something you loved to help our local businesses.
That's very important to bring that up because a lot of the times these small businesses, they don't understand social media. They don't understand how to do it. They're overwhelmed by it. They try to do it. They do one attempt and they give up. So it's good that you kind of are advocating for them and you're putting their word out there.
I agree. And yeah, I think we should all do that. You don't have to have a big
Yeah.
page. Just if you love a place,
Just post
leave
about
a
it.
Google review
Yeah.
or post on your Instagram stories and tag them. You know, it goes a long way.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to thank you so much for your time and coming in. I hope to have you back as well.
Yeah, this is so fun.
Absolutely. If you guys haven't checked out Tanya's page, it's Tanya in Sarasota. Please give her a follow on there and watch her videos. They're really good and you're very insightful with your reviews. And I think that, keep doing what you're doing for the community.
Thank you. That means so much to me. And I want to give a shout out to your studio. This place is incredible. I'm looking around and it's like, this is awesome. So anyone who needs, to record a podcast or this is amazing. I'm going to post that on my story so people know.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. We built this all out of love, like the way you do your job, We put in our own finances and our own talents and skills. And, we put this place together for people like you to come in and kind of put that word out there for our local businesses.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around to the very end of this episode. Again, this is Marius Mokan with Discover Sarasota, Florida, here at the Sunbiz Studios. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, you guys take care.